order the regular board meeting of the Board of Election Commissioners for the City of Chicago. Good morning. My name is Maricel Hernandez. I'm the chair, and with me today is Commissioner Laura Kotelman
Present.
and Commissioner June Brown.
Present.
Next item is consideration of the agenda. Any proposed changes? If not, we will proceed with the approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting of February 24th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
Commissioner Kotelman moves.
Second?
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Okay, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Okay, motion passes. And we also have minutes of the canvassing board meeting of March 17th and April 7, 2026. Is there a motion to approve these sets of meetings?
Commissioner Kotelman moves.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next is the Executive Director's Report. Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioner Brown, and Commissioner Kotelman. On April 14th and 16th, staff and I participated in the U.S. Election Assistance Commission Conference. The conference provided valuable information on EAC training programs, election technology services, and resources available on its website. On April 15th, the board staff gave a tour of our office. During the visit, staff and EAC members from multiple states engaged in productive discussions, exchanged questions, and procedures. This Thursday, April 30th, staff and I will be visiting a potential location for the 2027 municipal election projects. Last week, we met with 69 West Building Management to review plans and timelines for expanding operations on the 8th floor. The goal of this initiative is to improve the overall workflow and operational efficiencies. And finally, at the warehouse, staff are preparing for the discovery recount that will take place tomorrow at 10 a.m. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Okay, thank you. And now we'll hear from our Assistant Executive Director, Mary Beth. Good morning.
Good morning. So we are continuing with our hiring. We have 6 positions posted. Those positions will be closing today and tomorrow, and then we will post another additional 6 by the end of the week. We're trying to offset them until we're done hiring. That's it. That's my report for today.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. How many in total do you think we have, positions?
Went up a couple. So we have a total of 22 positions right now that
Wow.
need to be filled.
Okay,
It's a lot.
yeah, but I'm glad you're staggering them and you're keeping on top of it, because we need to fill those.
My goal is to try to fill them by August 1st.
Good.
All of them hired, interviewed, hired, everything.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.
And now we'll hear from our Public Information Director, Max.
Good morning, Commissioners. Continuing some wrap-up communications around the March 17th primary election, including our gender and age demographic info that will be planned to be released in the coming weeks once registration catches up, finalizing the ballot applications and same-day registrations. Outreach is in full effect. I know Community Services was out at Daly College yesterday morning for a voting machine demonstration, as well as voter registration for students, as well as having a brainstorm with the Communications Department on summer activities, summer events, other locations, schools, churches, and new facilities to reach out to continue outreach and voter registration drives throughout the summer, heading into the new school season. I was at CAN TV, our public access network, a good amount last week, taping our next City That Votes episode that wraps up the March 17th primary election, as well as answers some of our viewer questions, as well as the next election myth-busting segment for Chicago Newsroom 2.0, focusing on vote-by-mail questions, as well as other good facts. Working on new communications that'll be going out and have gone out on our website, social media, and be used in our outreach through the summer. I should have those in front of you, but we have our updated at-a-glance sheet that takes us through our election timeline, ways to vote, what's on the ballot, and what's now included is our voter Bill of Rights. So heading into November, wanting to make sure through all of our outreach, people know their rights as they are heading to the polling place. And then our updated election cards, QR cards. We use these as takeaways for events, letting people know what the upcoming election is, and the QR code takes them to our registration page as well as a link to check their voter information and make sure that everything is up to date. We'll have some additional designs of this going out, as well as additional new materials focused on the offices that are on the ballot and educating voters what to expect on that ballot. I have been working with the administration and everyone to prepare for the upcoming petition filing for Chicago School Board candidates. Those deadlines, those timelines, and all information are currently on our website. So if anybody is looking, that is on our website, both on the candidates page, the petition filing and Chicago Electoral Board page, as well as our election calendar. So we want to make sure that no matter where anyone is looking, they can find that information for filing on our website. I believe that wraps it up for this 2-week update.
So how are you planning to distribute this? What are we doing to distribute this? 'Cause this is, I think, very good.
Thank you. It's a bit hot off the presses. So what we generally do, especially with our at a glance, is make it available on our website, social media, but then get it emailed out to city council offices, to the commissioners. That has been a good effort as of late of sharing election information in our election judge calls. They share them in their newsletters, print them for their offices, share them on their social media sites. So between the city council and Cook County, we'll make sure that we get it in their hands. We also print it out for our events and our outreach. So this is a very popular takeaway from our tables, as well as whenever we're invited places. Those are our first steps, but we'll find additional ways. Thankfully, I think online and social media-wise, we have a lot of our community partners. We'll also send it, of course, to our community partners who help get it out. But the more shares, especially on the social media pages, has been our goal and has been successful, especially with this one source fact sheet.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. We only have emails for our people who have asked for a mail ballot, right?
And people who have provided their email as part of their voter registration.
Okay,
So both
okay.
of that, I understand, is generally a pool around 700,000. I think, we do election updates or let people know when vote by mail is open and early voting and others, but we could certainly discuss also sending this information out.
I think at one point it's good. I think it's probably too early now, because we're talking about, the first date here is August 5th, right? Vote by mail applications open.
But as soon as we get past the summer, and, I
Yeah.
think that's when our first email goes out, letting
Yeah.
people know that vote by mail applications are open. We can also include this fact sheet and these timelines in those
Yeah.
communications.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think that would be good, thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm not sure if it was you or Ms. Lewicki, or if you all were working together to get me the contacts list. And also, there are upcoming events right now where this, even though it may be early, that are already in the hopper, some are happening this week, some conferences and conventions. So how many of these, if there were hard copies, could an
We could
organization get?
print this in-house at our print shop. So if you have requests, I could certainly start off with a few thousand. We can make that available for you today and through the weeks moving forward. And Commissioner, I do believe we were working with the Assistant Executive Director on that contact list that was finalized. I think we'll make sure that you see that.
I thought that was before her time, but, okay. But, yeah, of the ones that you have currently, so we
Yes.
won't overlap.
Mhm.
right?
That was completed. I think
Okay.
we'll just
So
make
you
sure
can
that
Share that with me. Thank
that
you.
you've got access.
So you'll get together with Max to find out how many you need, or if you need them? or-
Well, I have to check with a couple of people to see
Okay.
if they how soon they may want them, but I know in the next month or so. There are some conferences this week, but there are conventions and conferences that'll be here, I know, during June and July, so.
Mhm. Well, we can certainly print them out on demand.
Mhm.
Great. I'll let you know far in advance. I'll just get a number.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent idea. Okay. So now we will proceed with old business, infrastructure projects and changes in election administration, including electronic poll books and voting equipment. Sandra, anything?
No changes.
Okay, thank you. Legislation, Mr. Lasker?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning, Commissioners. We did receive a recent update from Derek Blada. I appreciate his informative reports. It's kind of a slow session for the House and the Senate. The House has 330 bills that have made it out of committee, and the Senate is 150. And Mr. Blada says that's kind of the smallest amount we've seen in decades. If there's going to be movement on the election omnibus bill, it'll probably happen in the budget session that's coming up in the month of May. Of the bills that we're looking at involving anything elections, I think the one that might have the biggest impact on us would be House Bill 5276. That adds, if it passes, that would add law enforcement officers to the definition of public official under that new Public Official Safety and Privacy Act. That would just substantially increase the number of people eligible for that program, so we would have to administer that accordingly. Not a big deal, but it just would increase substantially the number of people qualified for it, or eligible for it. He did also provide some details about House Bill 4527, which deals with changing some of the protocols for reporting election data to the State Board of Elections. There would be a compliance deadline of 75 days before the 2028 election. I would just point out that that's the kind of stuff we're in very routine contact with the State Board with already. Would not be very difficult for us to in-house change our reporting categories and the titles of what we call certain data. So again, it would be an interesting change, but nothing big. So that's my report for today.
5276, the updates have already been made, right? Because I think I got some callback. I submitted some things and they've completed it, I think.
On the bill,
Yeah.
last I knew, it had gone from one house to the other. I didn't know that it was approved yet or not.
Okay.
I'll look into that and follow
What,
up
are
with you.
you saying it passed, or,
Yeah, I think the updates have passed because I think I had to do an update.
but did it pass like one house, or?
I think it's both because it was for the actual
Okay.
submission
Okay,
that I did it. It wasn't to make a comment on the bill, it was for the actual submission. for
Got
the
it.
service.
Okay. I'll follow up with that and send you an email this
Okay,
afternoon to let you know.
thanks.
Sure.
okay,
Thank
thank you. No other questions? Okay. We have no new business. Legal report, Mr. Lasker?
Thanks again, Madam Chair. Really, the legal report for right now is that we are doing sort of a dress rehearsal on that discovery recount at the warehouse this afternoon, and then starting with those procedures tomorrow. Can never quite tell. It's 36 precincts involved with the recount, which statutorily, that's 1/4 of the precincts involved in the judicial sub-circuit. And so, not exactly sure how long that might take, perhaps 2 days. The only real difference this time is compared to prior recounts is that because we haven't had one for a while, a full-blown discovery recount, we're going to be keeping our central scanners for the vote-by-mail scanning machines downstairs in the basement. Our vendor has advised us not to transport them to risk of damage. So we will do the hand recount portion of the vote-by-mail ballots at the warehouse, because those ballots, that's where they are and that's where we've sorted them out. Then if the parties so choose to also do the machine count, we'll bring those ballots back downtown here. Obviously, we've got chain of custody logs for every step of the way, so looking forward to getting that started.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
I have a quick, on the ethics statement, are you gonna start back on that again, the status of that?
Yes, and that'll be as soon as this recount's over. That's next on my list.
Okay, and what about, and I don't know if this is you or Director Sparrow,
Mm-hmm.
the audit issues, we never had anyone come present to us, or is that completed, everything is done?
I would have to follow up
And we're
with the
about to go into
commissioners.
the next one for 2025?
I would have to follow up with the commissioners.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So now we'll proceed with a financial report. We have a balance sheet and voucher listing for the City of Chicago, a 2026 appropriation number 26-02 dated April 28, 2026, in the amount of $2,056,900. $493,253.97. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kotelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Motion passes. We also have a balance sheet and voucher listing for the County of Cook. A 2026 appropriation number 26-02 dated April 28, 2026, in the amount of $4,831,274.52. Is there a motion to approve?
Commissioner Kotelman moves.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. Do we have any public comment today?
We do not.
Okay. At this point, I would like to make a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of discussing performance of specific employees pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kotelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Motion passes. So we will go into executive session at this time, and that excludes the public. And then we will, once we're done with executive session, we'll come back and finish off this meeting. Okay? Thank you. We are now back on, in open session. The same commissioners who previously were in open session, were in closed session, and are back in open session. The board took no action in closed section, and so now we are here to conclude our meeting. Is there any further action or anything else that needs to be taken care of right now?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so if not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kotelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Motion passes. We're adjourned. Thank you.
We're